good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on 13 News at Noon today. I'm Anne Marie Tiernan, and today happens to be a very popular day at the Indiana State Fair. It's $2 Tuesday, and if you want to head out there, make sure you see our crews and stop by and say hi. We've got Felicia and Dustin that are out there today, and I think Sean's going to be joining them a little bit later. And in fact, they've got a little bit of a sneak peek of what's happening at the fairgrounds today.
Hey everybody, Felicia and Dustin here, and we are at the Indiana State Fair, and it is all happening. So, okay, first, you can't say fair without food,
no,
okay?
It's the thing that draws everybody here more than anything, I think.
That's why we're all here.
We have been eating and drinking our way down Main Street this morning.
Yeah, so we started off for breakfast with a strawberry milkshake. We both have strawberry milkshakes. They're almost gone. So everyone has to stop at the Dairy Barn, okay? Milkshakes, ice cream, grilled cheese sandwiches, mozzarella cheese sticks.
And Speedway President Doug Bowles is getting ready to be here because it's 500 Festival Day at the Dairy Barn, so we're looking forward to that. Also looking forward to riding some rides this afternoon.
There are so many rides. So all the rides behind us, of course, and then the other side, the north side of the fair, I actually had never even been over there for the 3-4 times that I've actually been to the fair. Has everything for kids and young families that you certainly have to see.
So we're going to take you there. We're going to give you a front row seat to the sights, the sounds, the smells of the Indiana State Fair coming up today, starting at 4 o'clock all the way through 13 News at 6. We hope you'll join us.
Are you going to finish that?
Go ahead.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
The sights, the sounds, the smells, and the sweat out at the State Fair today. A cloud cover has come in. Sean, you're going to be going out there a little bit later. Has that kind of helped bring the temperatures down a bit?
Well, we're not as hot as quickly as yesterday. It's still very humid, very humid. So it's still going to be if you can find the pineapple whip. And I found out yesterday, neither of those have had a pineapple whip.
Oh, so hopefully they can try that out today.
My plan is to be out there. We're going to keep an eye on radar, and hopefully the weather will allow that. So let me show you what's going on right now. We do have a couple of downpours. This is not a surprise. We told you that today, compared to the last couple, we're going to have a little bit more on radar. This is a cell that we are going to watch. It doesn't have lightning with it right now, but it is moving northeast. So not everyone will get rain and storms, but there will be some outdoor events that will be impacted, potentially the State Fair. You can see the cloud cover that we're talking about. This is from a slow-moving area of rain from earlier this morning. It's tempering the temperatures in some locations. You can see Muncie's at 87. It's still almost 90 in Monticello. Yesterday at this time, Indy was about 88, 89. We're at 83. But dew points are still pretty high, near and above 70. So there is fuel for anything on radar today to produce downpours and possibly some localized flooding. So you need to be weather aware for outdoor events. 83 here in Indianapolis. The heat index is 86. It's a southwest wind, 5 to 10. In terms of your odds of getting raindrops today, we're going to put it at about 40%. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but there will be some areas definitely that will have downpours and rumbles of thunder, and we may up those odds of storms as we go into tonight and early tomorrow morning. On a 1 to 4 scale, flash flood potential is at a 1. And possibly a few severe thunderstorms as well. We'll address that, and boy, do we ever have some heat in the 7-day forecast here in just a few minutes.
All right, Sean, thank you. We'll check back. And now to this, all new at noon. An Indianapolis teen is now facing attempted murder charges after police say he shot his father. It happened along Winsong Drive around 12:15 on August 6. The teen's grandmother tells police that 17-year-old James Seals Jr. was arguing with his dad about his future. The grandma says when she came in from her room, she saw Seals Jr. pointing 2 guns at his dad. She says she believes the argument erupted because her son wanted her grandson to stay in school, but he wanted to take classes online. Right now, prosecutors are weighing on whether or not to charge 5 teens as adults after there was a weekend shooting that went down in Hamilton County up in the Carmel area. Police say an adult went to the hospital with at least 1 bullet wound after the incident. A 14-year-old and 4 17-year-olds now are awaiting formal charges. It all happened Saturday near 126th Street and Keystone at the Gramercy apartment complex. A man who lives nearby says he wasn't far away when the shooting happened, and he tells us he believes that that crime is becoming more common in the area, and he feels that that issue is being ignored by his property management.
This is the email they sent us a couple hours after the shooting happened. They emailed us saying, we want to inform you that an incident at the property happened and one individual was injured, but it doesn't say anything about a shooting or the fact that the injury is a gunshot.
Again, that was the Gramercy apartment complex, and a spokesperson for that unit tells us that they continue to work with the Carmel police. And we've reached out and are now waiting to hear back from Carmel police about what may have led up to that shooting and the latest on the charges being filed in that case. A Muncie woman is now under arrest accused of neglecting 21 animals. Police say she took part in a dog fighting ring. Police found the dogs and the cats at a home last week after animal control received several complaints. Now, many of the animals were hurt and covered in fleas. Investigators say neighbors reported hearing the animals fighting several times a week. Police then learned the suspect had previously been arrested for neglect and had animals removed from her care in the past. City leaders say they've now shut down a homeless camp that's located in Fountain Square south of downtown. But as of just this morning, there still is activity at the site. Our crews did notice family and friends of the unhoused helping people pack up their things yesterday. Tyler Pack is one of the dozens of people who set up at their lives along the road near Virginia Street and I-65. He tells us he's on multiple lists for housing that just haven't panned out yet. And he says that's left him without any good options right now. The people living in the camp saying they're being unfairly lumped together with others who are causing issues.
The residents shouldn't be kicking out the people that don't make noises, that clean up the trash. They shouldn't be kicking out people that try to keep clean and try to do what's best for the environment as long as we can stay here. And it's just, why would they kick out people that are not even doing nothing and keeping up the environment clean?
City leaders tell us that they're working with service providers and outreach teams to get accommodations for the people needing new places to stay. And now we take a closer look at that massive spending plan by the city of Indianapolis. $1.7 billion is the city's proposed budget for 2026. Now our Alex Almanza breaks down where the money is targeted to go and why tax revenue is falling short.
On Monday, the City County Council considered Mayor Joe Hogshead's billion-dollar spending plan. It would be the city's 9th consecutive budget. It's a plan that he says was challenging given a reduction in property tax revenue.
It was standing room only in the council chamber. Hundreds packed in, some applauding, others silently protesting as Mayor Joe Hogshead outlined his 2026 budget.
This year's budget reflects the need for operational efficiency while still protecting key investments in our city and its people.
The plan devotes the largest share to public safety, nearly $850 million, with $358 million for IMPD. That's up more than $20 million from last year. Public Works would get $257 million, up almost $11 million.
The proposed budget that we present to you tonight will continue our 5-year plan of over $1 billion in infrastructure investment.
Council President Vaught Bossely says it's a budget built in with both the council and the mayor's priorities in mind.
It's been put together prudently, ensuring that there is strong investment in public safety and I would say in strengthening our infrastructure.
According to the mayor's office, the budget faces a $43.3 million deficit due to Senate Bill 1, which reduced the expected property tax revenue for the city. Meanwhile, Republican Minority Leader Michael Paul Hart says he's already zeroing in on other concerns. Hart also brought up what he calls creative accounting and says IMPD didn't get money in the current budget for the tools that they requested.
In our roundtable discussion at Smart Indy, it was clear that everybody was a fan of expanding license plate readers, and there was no funding for that was provided to him in this current budget. So if there's ways to find it there, I'm happy to look for it.
Now that budget has to go through various committee meetings before being voted on at the full City County Council meeting in October. At the City County Building, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
Thank you, Alex. And City Council members also addressed a push to keep kids off the streets of Indianapolis and out of trouble. Proposed curfew rules are now passing the final hurdle. For ages 15 to 17, curfew is 1 a.m. on weekends, 11 p.m. on school nights. For kids under 15, it's 11 p.m. every night. In emergencies, the city can move the curfew earlier. We break down all the times right now at WTHR.com. Keep in mind there's a penalty. Parents would face fines of up to $1,500 for repeat violators.